Hey, it's yours truly back at it again. Not many posts, but I just saw there'd be a new update for this game, and what got on my nerves was the recent updates, the cost of everything. So as you can see, I actually bumped my reputation up a little bit, so I can show you guys all this. But like, look at how expensive these guns are. $3,000 for that. $2.5 grand, $3 grand, and like that's 4 grand. That's 4 grand. 1,300 for a Glock. What are these prices? $2,000 for an MP5. Like, why is this cheaper than an MP5? And why is the SKS 2000? In what world is an SKS $2,000? I feel like they spent way too much time on Gunbroker, where all the old heads are trying to sell their own firearms. And that's just these weapons. So, if I get to the weapons, give me a second. Set faction. The set overall. So, set our faction reputation to the absolute max, as you can see. And look at these costs. The FN foul is it's $8,000. There's no point. I don't even know why I'd bother purchasing anything besides maybe the AK models, because it's $8,000. This 5.7 is $2,000. The Galil, for all 2 people in the world who use the Galil, it's $4,000. $8,000. Like, I feel like the gun should be half this price, almost. Like this, I feel should be $3,000, and this should maybe be like $2,000, and this should be $1,000, and this should be $3,000. I don't know. It might just be me. I've never seen someone use this, me personally, and it's $6,000. Why would you want to buy it? You can buy these, however, for all 2 people who, once again, want to buy these. I still think these are relatively fair prices. Of course, now you can buy keys. It's a little expensive. So, you have the grenades. I feel like the grenades, this should be 200, and this one should be, I guess, 175 in my opinion. I think these are very fair prices. These I think I'm genuinely okay with. These, once again, I'm completely okay with. And these aren't horrible. They aren't hateful. You go around here, and it's actually kind of fair. I'm glad they changed the SKS mags, because it used to be literally $2,000. It was like $1,000 a magazine or something crazy, which is absolutely bonkers. And you see they reduced a lot of the prices on attachments, but like, I just want to marinate in these prices right now for weapons. Like, I love the FAL, but I'm not paying $8,000 for one. Like, I love the FN57, but I'm not paying $2,000 for that. And like, look at the Rattler. Once again, there's no reason to even use it. Why would you buy one? There's no point. Like, there's no point to it. So why would you even bother buying it? There's also the Honey Badger. I swear that was somewhere. Where was that? And it was like $8,000. Yep, here it is. $8,000. $8,000. And then let's look at the cost of ammunition. Good ammunition. And let's look. $2,000 for 60 rounds. $1,200 for 60 rounds. Like, I feel a lot of these are more balanced. Like this, that's a fair price. I feel this is a fair price. And actually, yeah, that's a good price. But why would I even buy this? Realistically, why would I buy this? Yeah, it's armor piercing, and you could say, okay, it takes enemies out in like no, not even 2 shots, in like 4 shots. But 4 shots of this cost like probably the same amount as like 20 shots of this. No, more like 10 shots. But you see my point here. If you're mag dumping, realistically, you're not going to be buying this stuff. You're going to be buying this stuff. Same thing with this. Like, where I live, I can get these from suspicious, like, unlabeled companies and get for $8 to $10 for 20 rounds. So it's 50 cents a round. For these, I can usually get for 80 cents a round. So I feel, once again, it'd be fair, fair exchange if it was almost double the price, or just below double the price, so maybe 75% or 66% more expensive. Once again, me personally, same thing with this. You're firing glorified 22s at the enemy. I don't know a single person I'd ever buy these. They're just so expensive. Or like this. This is just normal. This is literally just normal FMJs. You're firing FMJs, and the FMJs are almost 3 times the cost of hard points. So why would I buy them? Why would I buy these? And why would I even buy armor piercing? I mean, armor piercing are literally like 6 times the cost, and I gain almost nothing by it. And don't get me started on the 762 or 51. Don't even get me started. $2,400 for 60 bullets. That's $40 a bullet. $40. And then you go here, and well, what's a little more for? Well, it's $1,200. Why would I even bother buying it? The ammunition is as expensive as the gun I'm shooting it out of. And the same thing with like AP 9mm. Why would I even bother buying it? It's just not, no. It's $600 for 60 rounds. It's $10 a bullet, and this one's $1 a bullet. Why would I even bother? Yeah, you could argue, well, you're doing less damage per bullet, and you lose out on the armor piercing factor, but the real question is, what gun are you firing that is either shooting so slow that you need to fire armor piercing bullets to compensate, or are you just trying to snipe for some reason with a submachine gun? There's once again no point. So I just thought I'd make this filled with a little bit of hatred today. This has been 1920 for a good while. I bump it down to 15. No, actually I think that's kind of a fair price right there. But you see my point here? Look. This costs more than this. And this you're firing downrange fully automatic. This you're not. This one of these shots, using one of these shots, takes out an enemy. 138 damage, 55% wounding. So if you hit them, they start 55% chance to start leaking everywhere and dying. Penetration 40%. This is basically the standard. So once again, I would like to point that out. It just doesn't make sense to me. So why would you even bother with half these ammunitions in the game? Because you can't even afford them. So yeah, you can also see here I did spawn in coins to compensate myself for the last whip, because I had like $200,000 worth of gear that I earned in like I think like 1,000 little coins. And as you can see, they changed the coins a lot. So now you only need 1 to 2 to get whatever item you want. Once again, not hateful. But what concerns me is how you can't buy ammunition here. I can't buy ammunition here, what's the point? I mean, would it not be fair for me to get like 60 rounds of like 200 rounds of 308s or 760 by 51s for like 1 or 2 coins? Would it not be fair? So I just wanted to get that out of my system. I don't know if like in-game fly buzzing in my ear, but just why? I want to give you guys a chance to understand how much money $1,000 in this game. So $1,000 in this game can buy you almost like one of the best vests in the game that can withstand like 20 bullets of like mediocre ammo, which is absolutely lovely. You just survive everything for like $2,000, $2,500. So you gotta either get 60 rounds, or get 120 rounds of armor-piercing ammo, or 240 of normal FMJs for the same cost. Or you get one box of armor-piercing ammunition. You might as well be using that thing with semi-automatic. You might as well be loading singular rounds into the chamber, because fuck, if you miss, there's $100 down the drain. What the fuck are these prices, dude? Did an Indian scammer come by and say, you know what? Let's make these the most unfair prices ever. Let's fuck him over. Let's fuck everyone over. Once again, I love this game, and I love so much about this game. There's so much cool stuff they keep on adding. But this is not one of them. If you want to justify these ammo prices, maybe give it a reason behind it. Maybe the reason would be, maybe the prices go up and down every day, or up and down every hour. So that way, maybe one day, this thing's down $500, and then maybe but also that day, this one's up $500, or vice versa. If you don't use any 300 blackout, maybe blackout goes down in price. But maybe if you only use 12 gauge, it goes up a little, not by much, but a little. Because all this to me just gets on my nerves. Because once again, I have a honey badger I found, and I actually have a suppressor for it. It's on my Crits Vector right now, and it's just so expensive to run. First of all, it's a $2,000 gun, and then the ammunition I found for it. This costs $2,000. It says $528 because that's how much I could sell it for. That's $2,000 worth of ammunition. That's not, but that's $1,500 worth of ammunition right there. So why did I even bother using that gun? I'm just gonna pawn it off. I'm gonna use it to upgrade. Because I can't afford it. I can't afford to run that gun. It's just not possible. I mean, I can afford to run this. This thing was $7,000 to make, and I found the suppressor on the ground, the sights, and just about everything else for free. So, so I paid $7,000 and bought this, and then another $1,000 for I think 240 rounds. Yeah. So, I just don't understand these ammo prices, and I'm just gonna keep going on and on about it and rambling. I just hope that people understand what I mean, because I just feel like it's filled with so much bullshit. The fact that you have to pay $2,000. I can get the best backpack in the game. The best backpack in the game. A backpack that literally holds everything I desire in it. Look how big that is. For the same price as these. For the same price. So, I mean, you could argue, hey, there's a good amount of stuff like this lying around, $2,500, but I don't get that money, consistently enough to make it acceptable, per se. I mean, if I found it, every, if there's $50,000 worth of items in any given area, that could justify it. But the inflation is so high, it just doesn't make sense. So, I just don't know. So I hope they change that with the new update. It's mostly just the prices. This stuff, actually take it back. This is one of the best rigs I've ever had. That's $7,000. I stole it off some guy's corpse, but this is the best one I've ever used. Template. But the amount of bullets I tanked with this thing while using it, I must have tanked 20 bullets before I had to throw it away. 20. So, I want you to think about that for a second. I tanked 20 bullets with one of these. So, you could tank 20 bullets and take 0 damage. So, basically be invincible for 30 seconds. Or you could buy one box of these. One box. Or you could buy 2 of these. You know? You could buy 5 of these. Or you could buy 50 of them. For the same price. Or you could buy one of these. So, I just think the ammunition... Or maybe if there's a way for the market to exist. Like, maybe if there's an additional market right here. A flea market where people were selling their stuff. Like, maybe you could sell to, normal traders for instant cash. As you already do. Because, like you sell this. Well, this thing's worth, like, $75,000, or like $7,500. You know, I sell it for, you know, $2,500. Or this film case sells for like $6,000, or is it $3,000? It sells for a lot, but I can only sell for that much, so that would make sense. Let me give you an example. See, never mind. It's really cheap. Holy shit! How much you guys sell this for? Wow, that's pretty good. But you see my point, hopefully. I got $7 batteries in my pocket. But yeah, I just felt like getting that out of my system. Don't worry, guys. I found like 4 quarry keys that I'll never ever use, and a key card. I don't even know where it goes to. I just have it though. So I do have a box that I just found. I was half tempted to sell it, but like I don't even want to use it. I'm keeping it in my greedy ass pockets, but I don't want to use it because it's so damn expensive. So, like you can see, I stock up on all of this stuff because it's cheap. It's dollar store ammunition. And yeah, you're gonna get dollar store performance, you know, but I can hit headshots relatively well. So, I guess you can say it's not a problem. So, it just doesn't make sense to me why they're $2,000 for a box ammo, and I just hope they fix it in due time. Alright, that's it for this video. I'm probably not even gonna edit this one. Just some slop to feed to the pigs, and hopefully that they pay attention to this video. Thank you. So, I actually forgot to mention, besides the fact I sound nasally as hell in this video, for some reason, the durability rate at which your guns decrease in durability is fixed. And I found this to be specifically a problem with almost, well, everything. So, a good example would be an SKS, you know, the semi-automatic DMR. You're only going to fire maybe 60 rounds the entire raid. And, that reflects it. So, you're only going to be firing 60 rounds. So, you only lose maybe like 0.5 durability. And it'd be the same for a shotgun. Maybe you only put down 30 rounds down range with a shotgun, so you only lose like 0.2. You can see how quickly this becomes a problem. I had a Sega 12 actually before I died. Actually, before I didn't even die, the game glitched out and I couldn't use any medical items. I couldn't use anything. It actually only let me use my guns for some reason. And no matter what I did, so I just reset the game. And of course, it removed my guns. That being my favorite Sega 12. I lost maybe 2% durability, even despite running like 10 raids with it. I was firing so many rounds through. I was maining the gun, and I lost like quite little 2 or 3% durability. So, your shotgun, for some reason, supersedes all guns now for durability based on cost. So even though the Sega 12 is $5,500, that durability is so high, it's almost worth it. So, once again, I would like to remind you that for some reason, most fully automatic guns, well, you know, you're spraying and praying, let's say, for like me, you get the jump on them, you're going to be running through, like, I think I ran through at least around 240 to around 300 rounds of raid. And I've had entire guns lose 20%, 10-20% durability over an entire raid. I'm just putting so many rounds downrange, suppressing fire, everything. So, I just want to bring that up. Once again, durability is neat, but they definitely need to work on it a little bit. Just thought I'd add that.